Hello and welcome. I'm Anthony Hudson. Well, today it's the Eagles versus the Magpies. Today's game from the MCG. Could not ask for better conditions for finals footy. But joining me as always is Gary Lyon.
Thanks, Hutto.
Gaz, can you tell us what's going through the players' minds? What are they thinking now so close to the opening bounce?
The players will be thinking about that first contest and doing everything they can to win it.
A practice match on the bill today as these two sides test each other out. They run on in full confidence, they're looking sharp, and the crowd are appreciating it.
Well, we could be in for a scrappy game here. Both sides have been pretty good defensively of late. It's which defensive method stacks up better.
They run on in full confidence, they're looking sharp, and the crowd are appreciating it. Here we are at the Grand Final. Only two sides remain, and all the rival clubs look on, thinking what could have been. The captains make their way to the centre circle for the coin toss. The Eagles wins the toss. We're just moments away from the opening bounce. It's on in the Grand Final. And here we go. It's the Eagles taking on the Magpies. Applies a bump. Pendlebury just put it on the boot. Mychek drops the mark. Goes by hand. Dugowie gets on the end of that handball. It is really turning it on now. Gets his first. He acknowledges the crowd. They draw first blood.
That goal will be a real confidence boost. You can see he's up and about now. Some great ball movement there. You just knew they were going to score.
About to resume hostilities. Lycett thumps it clear. Is in his possession. Side bottom gets it out of congestion. A good mark under the circumstances. Moves it by foot. Trelaw, the better man there. It has to be a big kick to get it from there. Move it on. Going for goal number one. It looked impossible, but he made it work. Can't take the mark. Congratulated by his teammates. The Magpies could kick back-to-back goals. A hot start from the Magpies.
A great bit of play that resulted in that goal. They're looking more dangerous inside 50 now. Great reward for effort.
Back in the middle now. Grundy got a fist to it. What a tackle!
Fantastic pressure there.
Pendlebury hacking it out of there. McGovern got hands to it. Tough ball to handle. Keeps it moving. Intervening brilliantly was Hearn. does well to cut off the kick. Gets a hand in. Didn't fumble. He gains possession. Hutchings onto the ball. Redden looks hurt. Can you tell us more, Gary?
Well, the doctor will have to take a look at that one. It does look serious.
Duggan was taken high in the tackle. Looks to move it by foot. Strong mark in the contest. Ace tacks it forward. Chris spears the ball. Picked up now. Gathered by 7. Just gets it onto the boot. Moved on by Hutchings. Gets into some space to Magpies. He's a long way from home, but he might have the wheels. This shouldn't be too difficult for Kennedy. He might kick a goal. The drop punt goes straight between the big sticks. That will settle the nerves. Gets his first on the board. Kennedy, love kicking that one.
This is how they can score big, Hutto. If they can do that on a consistent basis, it's massive. That came off the back of some good work further up the ground.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Has it now. Hurried kick. Yo missed an opportunity to mark. Takes a strong mark. Goldsack puts it on the boot. The ball ends up going to ground. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Jetta does well to mark. Decides to go to the middle. Takes it well. Penetrating handball. Mychek creates all sorts of problems for his opponents.
Outstanding pressure.
Anything standing out at the moment for you, Gaz?
It's a really entertaining game of football.
We'll get a stoppage. Vardy with the hit. She with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Quick hands, and they could be away here. Open opportunity for Maine. Opportunity once again for the Magpies to put one through. 50 metres from home, lining up from a 45-degree angle. Going for goal number 1. A disappointing kick. The margin is 7. Looking to bring it back into play. Schofield landed in his back on this occasion. Opportunity now for Phillips. Not sure if he has the journey from here. Going for goal number 1. Summed it up, and he delivers perfectly. A time to celebrate, and don't they get around Phillips? 13 points the difference.
It's great to watch, Hutto. Plenty of excitement. That's a really good team goal.
We're back in the middle now. Vardy clears the contest. Just got the hands in the back there. Kick by Mychek. Ends up marking uncontested. Intercepts the ball well. Ryan drives a low kick. Brayden with the mark. Puts boot to ball. A chance to gather the ball. Darling puts on a bump. Goldsack picks it up. Kennedy got him high there. Links with hands. Ace does get the handball away. Kicks hurriedly. Seared with an easy mark. Well taken at ground level. Got hands to it. There's a man running for him. The ball mopped up with quick hands. Handballs to no one in particular. Barco sends it into space. Mychek goes to the man on the run.
Fantastic tackle.
Finds the loose ball. He close the gap to 7.
He did really well there and gets the reward. He knew that was home as soon as it left the boot.
Centre bounce. Life set, thumps it forward. He has the ball. Just put it on the boot. A great mark taken there.
The Magpies have the lead, but they're allowing plenty of opposition marks inside 50. They need to fix up that aspect of the game if they're to stay on top.
Chips it towards half forward. Turns it over there. Cole blinks up with a chance to run. De Goey looking to put through another goal. Gets some reward for his efforts. The Magpies lead by 13.
It hasn't always been clean, but they've got the goal. This is how they can score big, Hutto. If they can do that on a consistent basis, it's massive.
Umpire ready to resume play.
The Magpies, Cork are getting...
Hacking it out of there. Gaz, what are your thoughts on that opening turn?
Some of those early nerves have settled down and the players are starting to play really good footy.
The game was fairly open for the first quarter with plenty of goals to be had. Hutchings couldn't hang on to the ball. Anything you can see, Gary?
The Magpies are doing a good job at cutting off the opposition attacks. Their intercept game is a key part of their defence.
Thanks for that, Gaz. Second quarter, here we go. We're back in motion. Swats it, Shuey finds possession, gets the handball away, linking by hand. They can create from this. Well picked up. Scoops up the ball. Going for goal number 1. Cripps with the kick. The Eagles now only trail by 12. Players move as they look to provide an option. A stab kick from Langdon. 7 will be upset with that. Cripps wants to keep it moving by hand. Finding the loose ball. Whistle. The Eagles behind by 11, unsure of their next move. Plays on. The kick from Langdon. Great grab. Spears the ball. Great mark in the pack. Goes by foot. Darling takes the mark. Fans crossing their fingers, hoping he can put this one through the big sticks. He heads for home. Just sneaks in from behind. Just under 2 goals the difference now. Ready to bring it back into play. An easy grab for Greenwood. Hutchings read it best. The loose ball scooped up. Pendlebury there to mop up. Nice set coming onto the ground. What do you make of the game so far, Gary?
I'm loving what this game is giving us right now.
Grundy picks up the loose ball.
Coaches love to see that kind of tackling pressure.
That looked great. What a goal. Brayden can put through his first. His teammates rush over. The margin is now under a goal.
They're looking more dangerous inside 50 now. Great reward for effort. It's great to watch, Hutto. Plenty of excitement. The Magpies have got on top in the marks. They've been able to control the ball in the air, and it sees them in this position.
He wins possession at full stride, receives the handball, marking in space for 7. A strong pack mark. Yo uses it by foot. They chase after the loose ball. Now we've got a ball up. Punches it clear. Side bottom has the ball. Adams will be the recipient of the free. He drives it. Finds himself in space and marks. Decides to go to the middle. Good body work to win the mark. Side bottom moves it now. Hoskinelli grabs that one. 50 metres out. He drives it towards goal.
They would have wanted to capitalise on that opportunity.
The Magpies doing well at the moment. Barris unsure of the next move. Marks that ball uncontested. Dishes it off. 7, hurry kick. Spent that one before he earned it. McGovern drives it long. Takes the mark all by himself. Rioli urged on by the crowd. Prepares to kick. Venables determined to reach the ball. He goes it alone. A drop punt through the goals. Ryan getting the crowd involved. They're in the lead now.
It hasn't always been clean, but they've got the goal. Some great ball movement there. You just knew they were going to score.
We resume hostilities. Thrashes it. Side bottom. Grabbed it clean. Lobs the handball. Fighting hard was Hutchings. Here's Rioli. Ryan applying physical pressure. Ball picked up. Phillips can't hold on to the tackle. Handballs. Uses a short handball. Just handballs into space. We'll get a ball up on the wing. What can you tell us, Gaz?
This is a classic game we're seeing right now.
Coughed up by Thomas. Dug out the loose ball. Yo blinks with a teammate who can run. Just kicks it long. Ball spills. Adams running off for a break. We'll have another ball up. Hammers it. Redden controlled the difficult ball. She throws the ball away. Pendlebury elects to kick. A chance to reload the attack man. Bangs it on the boot now. The loose ball picked up. Shuey collects the loose ball. Schofield releases the ball. Rushes with the kick. Couldn't quite with the mark. Mychek clears the congestion. He has to hold on to those. A chance for Hoskinelli. Cole slams it onto the boot. Ends up turning this ball over. Looks up with the kick. He takes the mark. Decides to play on. Cox keeps that one low. Off hands from Chewy. Cripps heads onto the ground. My ball, says the umpire. Grundy with the punch. Ball stripped in the tackle. Darling doesn't take the mark. Picks it up. Hutchings quickly onto the boot. 2 gets on the end of this. Now it's a ball up. Punched away. Just put his hands in the back of the opponent, and it's a free. Darling looks to build some momentum with this kick. 25 metres out. Moving on. Going for goal number 1. The Eagles' lead is now 2. Langdon considering the options on the kicking. doing well to intercept that kick.
Sensational mark. Oh, he's got up high.
This is kickable by his standards. Normally a good shot on goal. The distance might be just beyond him. Move it on! Goes for the goals. That's something to smile about. He puts through his first goal. Smiles all round. The Eagles by 8 points.
That goal will be a real confidence boost. You can see he's up and about now. He did really well there and gets the reward.
About to resume. Well, it's half-time, Gaz. What are your thoughts at the major break?
The Eagles believe they can win this. If they keep playing like this, they will end the day as premiers.
What do the stats tell us, Gaz?
The Magpies have had a stack of uncontested marks, but it's not working for them at the moment. They might need to change how they move the ball to increase their scoring.
Thanks for that, Gary. Half-time at the Grand Final with both teams' seasons on the line. Stay tuned for a big second half. Let's kick off the second half of the Grand Final. Back in the middle to resume play now. Thumps it clear. He's got the football now.
Great tackle.
Ball gets cut off. Uses it now. Stevenson wins the marking contest. 50 metres from home. Going for goal number 1. Just not good enough with that kick. The Magpies reduce the margin. Barris decides to go to himself. Puts it on the boot. She hangs on to that one. Elects to kick. He gets above the crowd. McGovern kicks it. Treloar didn't mark it. Shuey heads long with that kick. Couldn't snaffle it. Hutchings gets the loose ball. Finding the ball with ease. Cripps marks in a bit of space. A chance here to convert for the Eagles. 50 metres out. Bit of an angle for this kick. He slams it towards goal. Brilliant stuff. And he puts it through. Cripps celebrates with the fans. The lead is now 13.
He knew that was home as soon as it left the boot. That's a really good team goal. The Magpies giving themselves a chance on the turnover, but they can't seem to be putting it on the scoreboard.
Hits the target by hand. Manages to get out the handball. Dishes it off to a player on the run. He just throws that ball. Phillips goes with the kick. Nice hands. Golzer drives the kick. Marks now and can send it back. Ball off hand. Picked up by Chris. Clears the ball from the contest. Greenwood goes the long option. The ball ends up with Phillips.
Well, when you look at the shots at goal, there just hasn't been enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to take a mark. The Eagles' forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot.
Golzer continues to dominate this contest.
He is dominating this game.
Wins the race to the ball. Gathers it now. Adams with the intercept. Nice set. Runs onto the field. What can you tell us at this stage, Gary?
There's some great skills on display right now. It's a great match.
Quickly onto the boot. Darling couldn't snaffle it. Gets the loose ball. Slams it onto the boot. Releases the handball. He's got the footy in his hands. Yoke had it, lost it. Mychek short by hand. Adams unloads one towards goal. Slams it home. He just loved that one. Just 2 goals in it.
Great bit of play that resulted in that goal. That came off the back of some good work further up the ground.
Back with another set of bounce. Grundy with a big fist on it. Doing well was Lysette. He lays off the pass, receives the handball and takes off. Goldson dug out the loose ball. Fights the good fight. Drives the kick hard. Howe gets on the end of this.
The Eagles just aren't running for each other or creating space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many set shots inside 50.
The ball finds Main. Movement by hand. Howe. Interesting handball. Intercepted. Great tackle.
Great attack on the ball carrier.
She in a spot of bother.
Beautiful tackle, Hutto.
Stevenson gives it off, and now they go. It's a turnover. Uses it by foot. Hutchings couldn't keep his hands on it. Holding the ball. Fails to fend off the tackler.
A great defensive effort.
Marked by Shuey. Goes with the kick. He wins the ball in the air. 50 metres from home. Move it on. Rioli goes for home. Doesn't hold on to the mark. Collects the loose ball. Two just through it. Langdon tucks it into the pocket. Maynard takes the mark.
The Eagles haven't been able to set up many set shots at goal, but I'm not sure that it's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way.
Moves the ball by foot. Adams has it. Sinks the slipper into it. Hearn wins the ball in the air. Hearn has resources out wide. Gets into a good position to take them. Shuey with a penetrating handball. Gets a quick kick away. Picks up the loose ball. Quickly onto the boot. Nice work from Schofield. Got boot to ball. Great mark.
Well, when you look at the shots at goal, there just hasn't been enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to take a mark. The Eagles' forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot.
Moves the ball along the wing. Takes that one strongly. A spearing. How did you see the third term, Gaz?
The Eagles lead it at the moment. It's all a question of whether or not they can hold on to that lead for the remainder of the game.
Let's check out the stats.
The Magpies have been poor with the ball inside 50. They're getting it in there enough, but they're not getting enough return from those chances.
Thanks, Gaz. All is on the line in the final term. The game is back underway. Winning it was Grundy. Needs a bit of a rest. Gets a quick kick away. Hearn throws the ball away. Normally a pretty good kick. Let's see what he can do here. 45 metres out. Cox going for number one. The drop punt sails between the big sticks. Look at them celebrate that effort. Still time enough to win this one.
That goal will be a real confidence boost. You can see he's up and about now. It's great to watch, Hutto. Plenty of excitement. The Magpies are allowing the opposition too much room on the outside. They need to close them down faster once they break away.
It's up by Lysette. Clean from the half volley. Goldsack needs a chance to rest. Taken well at ground level by Phillips. The umpire will ball it up.
The players will be feeling the heat right now.
Grundy thumped it clear. With the ball now. She might kick a goal. No, and it's a behind. The Eagles by 2 points, searching for a teammate. Steady hands there as he holds that one. 2 looks to convert this opportunity.
If they just maintain possession and hold onto the ball for a moment, they should be able to hold on here.
Oh, what about that? That was really special. Look at him. He really enjoyed that one. The Eagles by 8 points.
This is how they can score big, Hutto. If they can do that on a consistent basis, it's massive. That's a really good team goal. The Eagles have been inside 50 less times than the opposition, but they're making the most of their chances, and that sees them in front.
Back in the middle now as the Rucks go at it. Clears the contest. Takes possession. Stepping through the sideball. Sees off the tackler. DeGoey spills it. I haven't seen him for a while, Gaz.
He's barely touched the ball lately.
Chose to kick it. Picked up under pressure. Couldn't complete the play. Ball out of bounds. Umpire tosses it in. Vardy won the hit out. Schofield charges with intent. The tackle deserved a free and gets it.
Great tackling there, Hutto.
It's a foot race to get this one. McGovern gets a quick kick away. Marks all alone. The Eagles fans would love to see this one sail through. Chips it towards half forward. Trelaw doesn't take the mark. Mops up the loose ball. Collected by Brayden. Scoops up the ball. Fought hard to get a handball away. Rioli going for number 1. Can't quite sneak through. And only behind. Now they lead by 9. Langdon players move as they look to provide an option. Kennedy goes for goal. He's excited about that one. The Eagles by 15 points.
It hasn't always been clean, but they've got the goal. He knew that was home as soon as it left the boot. The Magpies have been careful with their ball movement, taking plenty of uncontested marks and looking to find targets in space.
Back with another centre bounce. Thumped clear. Cole gains possession. Vardy earns a free kick. Slams it on the boot. Stuck the mitts out there and held on to it. Schofield moves it now. Shuey wins the ball in the air. With a driving kick. Bounce space for an easy mark. Rioli sets his sights on the goals. He decides to go for home. Phillips uses the body well. The kick will be from a 45-degree angle. Move it on. He goes for broke. Venables wouldn't be happier with that goal. The Eagles starting to exert some dominance now. They lead 60-39.
Great bit of play that resulted in that goal. He did really well there and gets the reward. The Magpies are giving up too much free space on the opposition. They're allowing them too much room and easy contested ball.
We resume hostilities. Punched away. He gets his hands on the footy. A quick handball from side bottom. Jenner contests the hard ball. Puts it into space. Picked up by McGovern. Kicks hurriedly. The ball spills to Ryan. And now we'll have a ball up. What are your thoughts at the moment, Gaz?
There's not enough effort out there at the minute. Brilliant chase.
He's really making an impact in this game, Gaz.
He has been outstanding here,
Decides to kick. Main presents and takes the mark. A chance to put one through here for the Magpies. This will have to be his very best kick to score from this far. Can he put it through? Wow! How good was that? He celebrates hard after that. The Magpies close the gap to 15.
That came off the back of some good work further up the ground. Some great ball movement there. You just knew they were going to score. The Magpies are at least kicking accurately a goal. While it might not be enough to see them in front, it could keep them in this one.
Back in the middle now. Grundy hurls it away. Great control there. Cole hits him hard. Awkward handball there. Taken by Ryan. Intercepted by Varco. The ball's knocked loose. Langdon kicks hurriedly. He couldn't hang on. The ball goes to ground. Just gets it onto the boot. Takes a simple grab. Decides to kick. Marked by 8. Puts it on the boot. Good mark there. Punches the kick. A clean picker. Sends it clear of the contest. Nobody can hold on here. Collects the loose ball. Mops up the loose ball. Hoskinelli on the move now. Unable to put that one through. The Magpies still within touching distance. Cole wins the foot race. There'll be a ball up close to goal. Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gaz?
This is a great game, Hutto, and we can just sit back and enjoy it.
Drops the mark. Pendlebury collects it. Pendlebury won himself a free. A chance to put one through for his side. Might be too far out to score. Going for goal number 1. Drop punt straight through the middle. Pendlebury enjoying that goal. The Magpies behind by 8.
They're looking more dangerous inside 50 now. Great reward for effort. He did really well there and gets the reward. The Magpies are doing well to control the ball in the air. They are getting to the right spots to cut off opposition attacks. They just need to be more controlled from this point forward.
Sear gets the ball. The Eagles producing one of the great comebacks of AFL football. How did you see that one, Gary?
They just had more players playing their role today. And when footy is so even these days, that was the difference in the end.
Much appreciated, Gaz. It's every player's dream to be doing what this team is doing right now. They are soaking up the moment. It's time to celebrate and enjoy all the plaudits that come with being premiers. The celebrations will continue long into the night.
They should really spend some time lapping this up. They deserve it.
Thanks for joining us, Gaz, but that's all we have time for.
Thanks, Hutto. I've enjoyed every minute of it.